Hello students, today we will start with the SOP number 2 of skill set 2, that is HTML5. So SOP 2 is consisting of that you all have to create a web page with the following specification. So with the help of following specification you all will create a web page. It will consist of you all have to take the image of any scientist with alternate text. Okay, an alternate text should be the name of that particular scientist. Then you will have to write a paragraph related to the information of that scientist. So whatever the scientist you are going to take image of whichever scientist, you will have to write a paragraph related information of that scientist, and you will have to create a table of his invention. So this is your second SOP. So students, SOP number 2 you all have to write again same HTML. Then your HTML is divided into two sections, head session and the body session. So in the head session you will assign the title as table creation. So the title will be assigned by using the title tag as table creation. Once your title assigning is complete, the title tag which is open over here will get closed by using \title, and then your head session will be closed by using \head. So in this way your head sessions of your HTML program will be created. Okay, after that is your body session. Okay, now here we have not assigned the background color and all, so we have written direct the body set. So in the body tag they have said us first that we have to take the image of any scientist. Okay, so to take the image of any scientist, whenever we take any image we use the img tag. So img tag is used to insert an image in your program. SRC is the attribute which is used with the image tag. So what is the SRC? SRC is nothing but it is a source. That is, where is your information, where is your particular image, the path of that image is given in your source, that is in your SRC. So image is the tag, whereas SRC is the attribute which is used with the image tag. And here the value of your attribute SRC is given in double quote. That is, this is nothing but the part of your image where your image is stored. Now how to copy the path of the image? Right click on the image which you want to insert in your program. Once you right click on the image, click on the properties. From the property you will have to copy the location, paste that location in your program. After that again go in your property window, copy the name of the program, paste it over here with extension, whatever extension is that. You will have to see whether it is JPG or PNG and assign the extension. In this way, this is the path where your image is located. After that, this is the first attribute. The second attribute is used for assigning the height and width of your image. If you want to assign the height and width to your image, then that height and width to your image is assigned by using the width and height tag. So height and width is the tag used to assign the height and width to your program. So your width is assigned as 200 and height is assigned as 200. They have also said in the question that your image should have alternate text as its name. So to have the alternate text we use the alt tag, alt attribute. So alt attribute is used to assign the alternate text to your image. So here is the alternate text as the name of that scientist of whose image we are taking, that is Newton. Okay. So in this way, in the image tag you have used 4 different attributes. First attribute is SRC, second attribute is width, third attribute is height, and fourth attribute is alt. That means a single tag can contain multiple attributes, and that attribute are separated from each other by using space between them. Now once we have taken an image, then we have to write a paragraph regarding that scientist. So when we want to write a paragraph regarding that scientist, we use p tag. P tag is used to assign or write a paragraph regarding that particular scientist. So inside the p tag I have written the information of that scientist, a paragraph of that scientist. You all can write, you all can take any scientist and you all can take information of that scientist. Okay. So here we have written the principles, that when he was born and what did he do. The paragraph is written inside the p tag. So p tag is used when you want to write the paragraph. Now once my paragraph written is completed, the p tag which is opened over here get closed by using the backslash p. So backslash p means end of your paragraph. Next, they have said us to create a table of his invention. So to create a table of his invention, we have to use the table tag. Okay, so see here table is the tag, whereas border is the attribute. Okay, and the attribute has the value, that value assigned is 2. So here a table will get created which will have the border as 2. You all can take any size of the border. Next, now you all are familiar that whenever we create any table, we use tr, th and td tag. Tr tag is used when we create a row in a table. Whereas if you want to assign the heading to your column of the table, then we use the th tag, that is table heading tag. And the td tag is used to insert the data in the table, that is table data. So these are the different tags which we use with the table tag. So first in the table we want to create a row. So for creating a row we use the tr tag. So tr tag is used to create a row in a table. After that there are different rows. We have created the 2 rows. First row is for the name of the invention and second is for the year. So these are the heading of your column. So they are used by using th tag. So th tag, first name of invention slash th, that is your first column is completed. For second column again the th, year slash th. In this way your both the columns have been created of the first row. Then you will have to close the first row by using backslash tr. Next, now you will have to do entries. Again you will have to open the next row. So you all will click on tr tag, that is next table row. After that td, that is table data. And what is the first data written? Name of the invention is law of motion. Whatever is the invention you all can write about that. And next is the year, in which year you have invented something. Okay. That once our second row is completed, the tr tag will come. In this way, the entries, you all have to write how many entries in the table. You all can write it by using tr and td tag. Once your table is completed, then your table tag which is opened over here, that will get closed by using backslash table, then your body tag, and lastly your HTML tag. Again save this program by .html extension and execute this program on the browser. So in this way, this is the second SOP. The third SOP is based on, you all have to create a web page with the following specification. The specification is that you all have to display the heading, that is application form in the highest level with center alignment. The alignment should be center. Then you all have to accept name standard with only one selection choice, and you all have to submit the form. Okay, so the program written is same, HTML head, title. Now in this title we have changed just the title. This is the basic structure which will be followed in every program. Now we are writing a program of form creation, so I have assigned the title as form creation. Once my title is completed, the title tag which is open over here gets closed by using backslash title. The head section is completed, so the head tag gets closed by using backslash head. Next starts your body tag. In your body tag you use the h1 tag. H1 tag is used for assigning the highest heading level, and that heading level should be displayed in center. So the attribute used with h1 tag is the align attribute. Align consists of value as center. Okay, so here in this, your whatever heading you all will be assigning, that will get aligned in the center. Next is your form. As you all want to create the form, so you all will write the form tag. By using this tag, the programmer will understand that you all are going to create a form. So in the form you all have to accept the 3 different things, that is name. For name, to insert a name, you all will need to write the statement as input type is equal to text, name is equal to A. It means input is a tag, whereas type is the attribute and value of that attribute is text. So whenever you want to create a text box, that text box is created by using input type is equal to text, name is equal to A. This is the tag, or you all can say this is the syntax for using or for creating a text box in HTML. So how you all will create a text box for name? Then you all will write the syntax as input type is equal to text, name is equal to A. Once you have completed this, then you will use BR tag, that is breaking of line, and next data will be printed on the new line. Next is the standard. For standard, either 11th or 12th, you will have to select any one from the both at a time. So you all will use the radio button. So the syntax for writing the radio button is input type is equal to radio, name is equal to R1, value is equal to 11th. Again outside 11, SUP, that is superscript th/SUP. This is the syntax for creating a radio button. In radio button, you all have to remember, students, that you all should write the same name with different value. The name should be same in your radio button creation, whereas the value should be different. Since this is for 11 and the same we have written with same name, different value, that is different value means for 12, and we have created a submit button. So to create a button, we use input type is equal to submit, value is equal to submit. In this way, we will create a button that is used for submitting by using input type is equal to submit, value is equal to submit. And then your form will be closed, your body tag open will close, and the HTML tag will be closed. Again, you all have to save this program by using the extension .html and execute the program on the browser, and you will get the output. Okay. So in this way, in this lecture, we have seen SOP number 2 and SOP number 3 of skill set 2, that is HTML5. In the next lecture, we will start with the next skill set that is based on JavaScript. Thank you.